Alright, hi you guys. So, excuse my appearance a little bit. I have been cleaning the house all day long. I was just outside washing the dogs in the middle of the day, which is a bad idea. It is about 105 degrees outside. But today I'm getting the house ready because we're about to go on a trip to the river, and I can't believe I haven't done a video like this, how we pack for our toddler for the river, because we like to go all the time. We go to the beach all the time, we go to the river all the time. Where we live in South Texas, basically anywhere cool, like river-wise, it's very popular, very cool, clean, cold water is about 1 to 2 hours away. The beach is 1 to 2 to 3 hours away, so we can make a lot of little weekend trips to the beach, and we do it a lot. We love to. And yeah, hopefully it's not too late for this video. I don't think it is, because let's be honest, Texas still has until like October for hot weather, so we still got a few months. You still got time to go to the river. So this is how I like to pack for my toddler. He's 20 months old. I have a little boy, and he's very rambunctious. He's a rough little pandemic baby, and yeah, this is how we pack for him, so hopefully it helps you. I'm gonna have, if I don't have like everything right here, because some of it is packed right now, I will just pop up a picture, and I'll try to insert little clips of us using it while we're on this trip. So first thing I want to talk about is the products that you need. Sunscreen is so important. I am a huge fan of the Hello Bello products just in general. You're going to hear a lot about Hello Bello throughout this video. I'm not sponsored, I just genuinely love their products. So Hello Bello Mineral Sunscreen. This is SPF 50. This is reef friendly, and it's water resistant for about 80 minutes, which is fantastic. I do not love to reapply sunscreen to a toddler. I know a lot of people also recommend sprays for a toddler. They make a spray version of this exact one. So I don't have that on me. We don't have a super big problem, but I think, you know, I'll probably just pick that up eventually, because it is just easier. Even if your kid isn't struggling with you to wipe stuff on them, it is just easier with a spray. So definitely don't forget the sunscreen, and we just prefer mineral sunscreen here. It's just a little bit better for your skin and better for the environment, and that's what we like to do. Obviously, we're gonna have swim diapers. I don't think that is a big question. Swim diapers, if you're like a new parent and you're not sure if they're worth it, I think they're worth it, because a regular diaper is going to puff up with water and start disintegrating and not do anything for you. These particular ones kind of go on like a pull-up, but then you can, when you're ready to change it, you can tear the sides so that you can take it off in case there's a number 2 in there. You don't want to be like pulling it down, because it's going to roll when it's wet. So yeah, these are great. I like them a lot. We've had not one accident with him wearing these. We have multiples of swimsuits and water shoes. To me, this is extremely important, because even as an adult, you guys know, if you go to a public pool or something and you go use the restroom, especially if you're a girl and you have to pull your swimsuit all the way down, you know how hard it is to get that swimsuit back on correctly, because it's wet. Same thing for toddlers' swimsuits, and the last thing you want to do is be struggling with a wet swimsuit that's gotten rolled up because you had to pull their pants off to take that, you know, change their diaper. So we have multiples. That way, usually I just wait until he poops to change his diaper, honestly, because he's wet anyway. So when he poops, I change his diaper, and I just change the whole outfit, because it's a million times easier to just put a dry swimsuit on them. I have two like 2-piece swimsuits. These are both from Target, the Cat and Jack line. Absolutely love Cat and Jack for toddler boy clothes. If you're like me, he's not old enough to like pick his own clothes yet. He's not into like Paw Patrol or Sharks or anything like that yet, so I pick all of his clothing, and I do keep it really nice and colorful, but I don't do any of the like Looney Tunes themes or anything for him, just because I don't like it. I'd like him to just be very neutral. So if in the future, when he's older, he wants to pick stuff, he can go for that. But for me, the Walmart clothes for boys specifically, they don't have anything except really loud cartoon characters and crazy stuff, and I don't like that. So I just stick mostly to Cat and Jack at Target. There are some plain things that you can find at Walmart, but it's very limited, where at Target, the girl clothes and the boy clothes is equal. Like, you have so much more to pick from. So I have this little orange set. This is so, so cute with an orange swim top t-shirt. I do like to keep a t-shirt on him because I just want to protect his little baby skin. I put sunscreen all over him, and then I put his clothes on so he's extra protected, because the last thing you want is to deal with a sunburned baby. Like, you think diaper rash is bad? I don't even want to know what dealing with a sunburn for a baby would be like. So then he has these cute little red, white, and blue. These were obviously so adorable for the 4th of July, little anchor. And then it has a little lobster with an ice cream, very cute. And this actually has a hat that goes with it as well. And then this hat also matches this guy. So this is a one piece that zips in the back. We got this off of Amazon. This hat matches it as well. And this is one of those hats that has like a little tail in the back. And we have a second hat. This is just kind of a random one. But again, this one was from Cat and Jack as well at Target. It has little dinosaur things on it and a little flap to cover his neck. Again, just all the sun protection in the world. And again, this is a one piece and it's a long sleeve. So normally what I honestly like to do is start him in the t-shirt and shorts. And then when I change the diaper, I will change him into this for a long sleeve, just because basically we go to the river first thing in the morning. We're those people, we get up at like 8 a.m. and we go to the river because we want to spend all day there. And in the morning it's not so hot. By noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, it is very hot. The sun is beating down on you, and just I want those long sleeves on him to just give him that extra protection because it makes me feel better. So let me go check my banana bread. I just heard the timer go off. Swim shoes. Again, we have multiple. These were a gift from Grandma. What a sweet lady. This is not something I bought him, obviously, because it's Paw Patrol. But that's fine. As long as he has shoes, it's fine. Like, I'm not that much of a brat about it that I would go return them, but they don't really match anything that he has, but who cares, you know, whatever. Whatever. They were a gift, and I'm glad that we have them. So I also have these. These do actually match his little orange and blue outfit, which is so fun and cute. And these were from Academy. They have a little Velcro, so you can kind of tighten them a little bit if you need to, in case they keep slipping off. When we go to the beach, it's a little bit different. We have this thing from Amazon. I'm gonna pop up a picture and link it down below. And it's great. When we took it to the beach, I'll put pictures of him like using it. The pictures are also on my Instagram. This was the perfect thing. It has like this little indention, so you just dig a hole, put that indention section down in there, and then you can take a bucket and fill it with water, so they have their own little splash zone, and it has a cover to it. This was the best thing we'd ever purchased for going to the beach with a baby or a toddler. Sometimes when we were going to the beach, he was like very, very small and really had like absolutely no way of playing in the actual ocean. This last time that we went, he could kind of walk, you know, on the wet sand and stuff, obviously not swimming by himself or anything. And he still absolutely adored sitting in this thing. He sat there for hours, completely happy, completely satisfied. Awesome. Totally worth the money. I don't even think it was that expensive, around $20, $20, $30. It was whatever it costs. I would have paid $60, $70 for it. Like, it was so worth it. Amazing. That just makes, for us, going to the beach so much easier. For the river, for us, that doesn't really work because we have like rock rivers. Like, there's no sand or anything, so you can't really dig a place for him to sit with water. It doesn't really work too well for that. But if you have sandy rivers, then go for it. If you have like a lake that has sand around the edges that you like to go to with your family, perfect. Going to the beach every weekend because you live near the ocean, perfect. That thing will save the day. That is the best thing we've ever bought. So the second thing that we'd like to take for the river, I know you can buy those canopies. We bought this big red thing that's basically like an umbrella. I think Nathan got it from Amazon as well. It's an umbrella, and it has one little spike into the ground like an umbrella, but it has these flaps that come off of one side of it that you secure to the ground. So basically you have like a little wall. We've had that for years, and it's so great. We've had that since before we had Jax, and it's great. Totally worth it. Again, for the money, it's lasted really well for us, and it's great because if you have A regular canopy, it's fine. Like obviously you can just sit in the shade, but if you're kind of dealing with wind, if you're dealing with weird sun angles at the end of the day, having that wall is so beneficial. The dogs love it. They lay right at the edge of it because it's just a very shaded area. The baby can sit right next to you and be completely guarded from wind and water spray if you're at the ocean or anything like that from basically all sides. It's great. I love it so much. Obviously, if you just have a regular canopy, that's fine too. It'll be okay. But if you haven't gotten anything, or you're ready to upgrade or whatever you want, if this sounds cool to you, I will again link it down below. It is great. Food wise, while you're out, obviously just pack your baby's favorite stuff. If you're not into those pre-made pouches, those save our lives when we go out because they're just so easy to pop in the cooler, and he loves them. He eats them very well. If we take, normally we take stuff for like sandwiches for everyone else. They can eat a sandwich. He's not quite at the point where he's eating like a full sandwich yet, but we can rip up cheese and ham and all of that. And then every single time we go, everyone in our family, basically including me, makes some type of pasta salad. So he has a bunch of different pasta salads to choose from, and he eats that stuff really well. I personally make like a penne noodle with like a basil pesto and tomatoes and mozzarella cheese. He loves that. His grandma makes a really traditional like cucumber, like zesty Italian dressing type of pasta salad. He loves that with like some cheddar cheese in there. Yeah, any type of pasta you put in that boy's face, he will love it. And he also really likes chicken tenders. So if it comes worse to worse, especially if we're like going to the beach, there's lots of drive-thrus. Worst comes to worst, if he's not eating anything one day, the next day before we get to the beach, we'll go through a drive-thru, or we'll stop in not a gas station, we'll stop at the grocery store and get like a rotisserie chicken to take with us. That boy will eat some chicken. He loves it. Like any chicken that you can just shred up and basically hold a plate in front of him, he'll just eat it with his hands. He's good to go. Oh yeah, I always make banana bread before we go to the river. Like I just said, it's baking right now. I just take a plain banana bread, or you know, cinnamon nutmeg, chocolate and walnut, whatever, I mix it up. Taking a banana bread, or just something that they can easily just, you know, they don't need a fork and knife, they don't need to sit at a table, they don't need to sit in a high chair to eat. Anything that they can just basically pick off a plate that you're holding for them is going to be the best thing. He loves banana bread, so that works too. Take extra baby wipes, because you're not just using them for their butt, you're probably going to be using them for their hands and their face, especially the first couple times that they're at the beach. The baby might, you know, be getting sand in their mouth, or they have sand on their hands and they want to eat something. You're going to want to wipe that off really quick. So just make sure you take extra wipes. And I have even in the past, I always take a rose water spray for myself just to refresh myself throughout the day, because it feels really good. I keep it in the cooler so it's cold, and then if I get hot, I just spray that on me. So I will sometimes spray that just really heavily on his hands, just to really get like a lot. If there's like a lot of dirt or sand or whatever, spray it really heavily, and then wipe it with a baby wipe. So, you know, if you have bottled water, just take it to the river. If you have a cup, pour water over, wipe it with a baby wipe, clean their hands. Just make sure you take extra. You will probably be using them a lot, especially the first couple times you're taking the baby. So that is everything for during the day that I can think of at the moment. Let's talk about after. So after you're in the sun, basically I treat my kid the way that I treat myself all day long. All of those things I do for myself. You know, I'm drinking Gatorade, I'm drinking water, I'm eating my favorite foods, I'm snacking all day, I'm putting on sunscreen, and then at the end of the day, I'm gonna really lather up with lotion and really go in with the moisture. So Hello Bello. This is just a lotion that we use on him every single day. I switch between the Gentle Sweet Cream, the apricot, and the lavender for him because I love them all. Love them all. So obviously at the end of the day, I'm probably going to use lavender. And then I will also use the Hello Bello Everywhere Balm. This is basically like a petroleum jelly, like Aquaphor type consistency, except it is not petroleum, I don't think. It's something else, but it has that same type of consistency to it. And it's super, super hydrating. So I will put that all over his face, all over. He usually gets dry like on the back of his arms and on his back for whatever reason. So I'll put that just straight up. I will put that all over his skin. and then whatever is left over in my hand, I will put the lotion on top. Boop. Get his whole body basically in a light cover of that and a whole lather of lotion, so that he's very hydrated and we're taking care of his skin, because babies and toddlers, their skin dries out a lot easier than us. It can definitely get burned a lot easier than us for that reason. They're just so delicate, so I just want to really make sure I'm taking care of that, and just keep reapplying the everywhere balm if you need to on his face. Especially, he already gets dry skin on his face, and you know, on his back and his arms and stuff, so I just always have that on deck anyway, and I'm just gonna keep lathering him up with that all night long. We usually stay in Airbnbs, so we go back to the house at like a normal like 6 or 7, ready for dinner time anyway, and he doesn't go down until like 9 or 10, so I have a couple hours there. Probably like every hour I'll be applying that. And naps wise, so this time we're not staying close enough that we can walk. A lot of the time when we go to the river or we go to the beach, we're staying in an Airbnb that's literally like walking distance, or like right there, like across the street, or literally on the beach, or whatever. It's like a 2-minute walk. That's how close we like to stay. That's because it just makes everything easier. If you are not staying that close, basically what we're planning on doing, and I'll insert clips and stuff when we go, because this is actually the first time we're doing this. All the other times we've stayed close enough that basically during his nap, one of us just takes him back to the house, puts him down for a nap, and we stay in the house until he's awake, and that's that. What we did was take some blankets that we know that he really loves. He likes the feel of them, and we just kind of folded them up like a little cot and put it in the shade, and we were just hoping that once we put him down he would actually stay asleep, and sure enough he did. He did go to sleep a couple hours later than his normal nap time, but he did take a good 1.5 to 2 hour long nap, which is amazing, and he was really happy when he woke up. And then the second day he slept for about an hour, hour and a half in Daddy's arms in the river. I think the sound of the noise and the feeling of it hitting his feet really put him to sleep. He was out like a light at his normal nap time, and right after this video I just covered him up with a towel so that he wouldn't get sunburned or anything. Obviously we're going to watch him still. We're going to make sure it's in the shade. Where we're going in Concan on the Frio, there's lots of trees and lots of shade, so we're not super worried about that. But yeah, I'll like insert little clips and we'll see what works this time. If all else fails, we're literally going with a million family members, so somebody will be able to hold him for his nap. If you don't have that, Jax sleeps on me or Nathan very easily, so he'll probably just fall asleep. Your baby will get so tired that they will probably just fall asleep on you, and you can just lay in the shade and cuddle with your baby, and it's honestly the most magical thing ever. So yeah. Probably the easiest nap they'll go down for, because they're probably going to be exhausted from playing in the water. So yeah, I think that is all that I have to say. Hopefully this helped you. If you have any tips and you're watching this video and I didn't say anything, there's something life-changing for you, definitely leave it down below. That will help everyone out and me out, obviously, because I don't know everything. So thanks again for watching. My Instagram, my TikTok, and my other YouTube channel will be down below, along with every other thing that I talked about in this video. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say, so I'll see you guys in another video very soon. Bye! I'm like, oh shit.